So for number one, it says 120 yards is the length of one football field. So just I like to write a little note down. 120 yards is basically equal to one football field. So there's our. That's not an equation. That's just kind of our statement. 120 yards equals one football field. Um, we are supposed to write an equation such as k like kilometers equals meters divided by 1,000, and we're supposed to write the words out versus just using letters. So kilometers equals meters divided by 1,000. Um, so what we have to do here is we have to actually focus on the one that is a single unit, so one football field. Start with that one, okay? Because um, there's obviously fewer, right? So we have one football field and there's 120 yards. So obviously a football field is bigger than a yard because it takes 120 of those to equal one field. So when I write my equation, I always start with my one. So I'm going to write one field, okay? And then in this case, we go ahead and, one field equals 120 yards. So I need to multiply by 120, and that will give me my total yards. So again, one field times 120 equals yards. Now again, we can test this. So um, let's say I have, and then actually I shouldn't put the number one there. It's just fields. So the number of fields, I could put football fields to make that better. The number of football fields times 120 would equal yards. So let's say I have three football fields. So I can go 3 times 120, and 3 times 120 is going to be 360 yards. Now, does that make sense? Well, if I have one football field, it's 120 yards, so two would be 240 and three would be 360. So yes, that makes sense. So this right here is my answer, and I checked it by kind of plugging in some numbers there.